I'm coming from my home because we're moving back into the studio space next week, which is really exciting. Today's Vinyasa practice, we've got 1 hour together, and I would strongly recommend a block. And if you don't have that for the first little bit here, maybe a rolled up towel or a pillow. And we're gonna get started on our backs. So let's make our way there. And once you lay down, keep your legs, knees bent. And then walk your feet wide and let your knees knock in towards each other and place your hands onto your belly. And just start to sink into the body, the breath, becoming really present to this moment, this time and space on your mat. Setting an intention for your practice today. Maybe that's something that you're working with in your life currently, or I'll offer you this: courage. And as courage for me is very, very present, because change brings a lot of unknown. It brings a lot of unexpected and almost anxiety. And so we need courage to move forward as things shift, as things change. Courage to say what needs to be said. Courage to know and admit when we're wrong. There's a feeling tone to courage. It's this strength and vulnerability. It's an actionable step. It's moving forward. And so here on the back of your mat, laying down, I want you to start to embody those feelings of courage. Proud chest, full breath. Soft and yet determined face. And then let's take a deep breath in here together through the nose. And a full breath out, let it go. 2 more like that, deep breath in. Full breath out. Last inhale. Full exhale. And then continue that deep breath through your nose. Walk your feet back to hip width with your knees bent. Slide your hands onto your hip bones. Find that neutral spine so there's a little lift of your low back. Take a breath in here. And then as you breathe out, lift your hip bones towards your ribs and gently press your back down into the mat. Again, the hips rock away as the low back lifts, your breath comes in. And then exhale, you flatten your back onto the mat. Okay, we'll continue this movement with your breath, just waking up the abdominals and the spine. And then try as much as you can not to make this movement happen by pressing down into your feet or squeezing through your glutes. So the action is coming from the abdominal muscles. Next time your back is flat on the mat, leave it there. And then float one leg at a time up towards tabletop. Grab a hold of your block or your prop, whatever you're using today, and place this in between your thighs. So it can be on setting 1 or setting 2. And then start to stretch your feet up towards the ceiling. You can point through your feet, so push the balls of your feet towards the ceiling, but the toes spread. Okay, and with your back flat here, hands can come down beside the hips. You're just gonna softly press the feet away from you and then draw them back up towards the face, okay? So really slow, really mindful movements. Ensure that your back is not lifting off the ground. So just keep pressing, keep breathing, move slow. Hug the low ribs in, lengthen through the back of your neck and unclench your jaw. Let's go 5 more here. Squeeze the block with your inner thighs. Once you're finished that 5th one, come back towards center. Keep your legs straight and strong. Squeeze that block and then reach your hands for your toes. So this is going to be a 3-part inhale breath. My first little inhale, I'm going to tuck my chin towards my chest, lift my head. Second inhale, I'm going to lift my tail. Third inhale, hands to my feet. And then exhale everything back down. Breath in, chin, chest lifts. Breath in, tail. Breath in, hands to feet. Exhale, release. Breath in, head. Tail. Hands to feet. And release. Head. Tail. Hands. Exhale. Head. Tail. Hands. Exhale. Head. Tail. Hands. Exhale, squeeze that block, head, tail, hands, exhale, keep it going, 3, exhale, breathe in, exhale, 5 more, with control. Last one. Take a full breath in and breath out. Release your knees to your chest. Move that block off to the side. Wrap your hands around your shins. You can rock a little from side to side here. Release any tension through the low back. Head can move in the opposite direction to release any tension in the neck. And then hands come beside or behind the legs. Grab your hamstrings. Slowly start to rock forward and back up towards the seat. I can feel that in my core already. Do a couple of rounds here. And then next time you come forward, cross the ankles, all fours, tabletop position. Come to your hands and your knees. Spread your fingers, lower your belly towards the earth as you slide your shoulders towards your hips. Cow pose, lift the gaze, breath comes in. And exhale, round your spine, press through your palms, tuck your chin. Breath in, belly lowers, heart lifts, gaze lifts. And exhale, round your back like a cat. And then continue these 2 movements, adding in anything that you like. Maybe a little sway of the hips from side to side, or a little barrel roll through the chest. And And then come back to neutral. And then gently lift your right leg, lift your right heel, and bend your right knee. And then you're gonna push like a stamp on the bottom of your foot up towards the ceiling with a big breath in. And then hug your right knee in towards your chest as you breathe out. Send that leg back up towards the ceiling, knee stays bent, breath in. Knee towards your chest, breath out. Kick it up and back, lengthen, inhale. And then pull your knee in towards your chest and step your right foot towards your right thumb. Walk your left knee a little further behind you and then straighten your right leg for a half hamstring, Ardha Hanumanasana. Ensure your back hip, that left hip is stacked over top of the knee. And then really flex through your foot, so draw your toes towards your face. And then drive your front heel down and back as if you were a bull kicking dust behind you. There's an activation in the leg. Let's lift up that chest with an inhale breath. Square through your hips and fold over that straight leg as you exhale. And then again, pulse your chest up, lift your gaze. And exhale, lower. Again, like that breath in, proud chest. Breath out, lower. Bend into your front knee, plant your palms. And then three-legged dog, so tuck your left toes, send your right leg up towards the sky, bend your knees, stack, and open your hip. And then as you do that, heavy your left heel down towards the earth and find that length through the back of your left leg. Take a full breath in. And then to downward facing dog, right foot lands beside the left, breath out. Come to hovering knees. So slide your shoulders towards your wrists, hover the knees and bend them, coming back towards that all fours. Press your palms down and back towards your toes, and your toes down and towards the palms of your hands. Take a deep breath in here. And then lower your knees to the earth, all fours, tabletop position. Lift your left leg, bend your knee, stamp your foot up towards the ceiling, feel your hamstring engage, breath comes in. And then left knee towards your chest, breath out. Again, kick it up and back, inhale. Feel that length through the chest, and then pull your knee towards your heart and compress. Again, kick it up and back, big breath in. Pull your knee towards your chest, and then step your left foot forward. Right knee can come back a little so that when you straighten your left leg, that right hip stacks over the back knee. Flex your toes, lift them towards your face, and press your heel down and towards the back of your mat. From there, start to lift your chest, your gaze forward, full breath in. And then melt your heart down, round your spine, breath out. Lift your heart, inhale. And then fold, exhale. Heart lifts, proud chest, breath in. Fold, breath out. Bend your front knee, plant your palms, tuck your back toes. Three-legged dog, sing that left leg to the sky, bend into the knee, stack, open your hip. And then heavy your right heel. It might not land on the ground, but either way, I want you to find more length, more depth in the stretch on the back of your right leg. Take a deep inhale here. And then land the left toes beside the right, downward facing dog. Take a few movements here, sway from side to side, bend through the knees, shake out your head. And then slide forward to a plank position. Take a deep inhale, press the earth away. And then lower, use the knees as you need to. Chest and belly on the floor. Come to your forearms. So slide your hands forward, Sphinx Pose. Elbows stacked directly underneath the shoulders. And as you press your hands down, they're also coming back towards the body, and that's lifting the chest up and forward. Tops of the feet are pressing such that your kneecaps lift and your legs turn on, and then envision that block between your inner thighs. Can you squeeze your inner thighs together here? Take a deep inhale and a full exhale. From here, tuck your toes under. Shift towards a forearm plank for a breath, and then Dolphin Pose. Lift your hips, walk your feet closer in towards the body. Take a full inhale here and a full exhale. Place your knees on the ground. Child's pose. Untuck your toes, bump to your heels. Bring your palms together into prayer, and then bend your elbows, thumbs towards the back of your neck. Feel that stretch, that length through the back of your tricep muscles. Release your hands towards the earth. Come forward towards a kneeling plank as you breathe in. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Lift your hips, big breath out. And then send your heels towards the sky. Feel the sit bones lift high as you inhale. And then heavy those heels towards the earth, lengthening the back of the legs. Exhale. 2 more like that. Lift your heels. Breath in. Soften them down, breath out. Lift your heels, breath in. Soften them down, breath out. And then walk, step, or hop your feet to the front of your mat. Find a halfway lift when you get there. Full breath in, lengthen. And forward fold, release. 2 more like that. Half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Exhale. Lengthen, crown of the head presses forward. And then round your spine, let it go. Rise to stand, reach your hands up high above. Breath in. Hands to prayer in front of your heart, breath out. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Bring your legs together and then bend into your knees and sweep your hands forward. Turn your pinky fingers in to face each other so the back of your palms face the back of your mat, and then soften the upper triceps. Take a full inhale here. And then forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, your breath in. Fingers down, step your right foot to the back of the mat, breath out. Rise up for a high crescent lunge here right away. So the back heel is high. Back leg is working towards straight. And then bring your palms together to touch and interlace your hands behind your head. I want you to bring your elbows close in towards each other, and then from here, press the forearms up towards the earth and lean your head back into your hands. So once again, you feel a pulling sensation, an opening sensation for the triceps. Next inhale, reach your hands up high above. And then take your hands down to the earth, frame your front foot. Straighten your left leg. Flip your toes up towards your face, once again arriving on your heel. Back leg strong and straight. Drive that left heel down towards the earth and towards the back of your mat. And then softly here, rock your hips to the right. That front toe will start to turn out, and then to the left. And then to the right. And to the left. Good, take a breath in, come back to center. And then fold a little deeper. Reseal your front foot, bend your knee, plant your palms. Three-legged dog. Straighten that left leg up towards the ceiling. Now right heel comes high with a breath in. And then lower that right heel towards the earth, breath out. Take that right heel high, inhale. And then lower it down, exhale. Right leg lifts up high, right heel high, breath in. And then step your left foot down beside the right, downward facing dog. Slide forward to a plank position as you inhale. And lower all the way to your belly as you exhale. Come to your forearms, Sphinx Pose. Slide the palms forward, spread your fingers, elbows underneath the shoulders. Now this time it's a little different. We're gonna add more work here, so tuck your toes. Take a breath in to widen through the collarbones, and as you breathe out, forearm plank, lift your hips. And then lower them back down, Sphinx Pose, breath in. Exhale, forearm plank, breath out. Inhale, Sphinx. Exhale, forearm plank. 5 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2. 3. 4. 5. Last one. Dolphin Pose. Lift your hips, press your forearms down, and walk your feet towards your face. Take a full breath in. And then knees down, child's pose, breath out. Bend your elbows, palms together, thumbs towards the back of your head, back of your neck. Stretch out your triceps. Find the strength, calm the mind. Steady the breath. Downward facing dog. Make your way there. Find your exhale breath. Let's empty. And then right leg to the sky as you breathe in. Pull your knee towards your chest, slide your shoulders forward, hold yourself here in space, gaze down between your thumbs, take a deep breath in, and with control, step your right foot forward. Warrior 2, seal your back heel, cartwheel your arms, and rise up. Right arm forward, left arm behind. Right away, side angle pose. Take your right forearm down onto your right thigh and sweep that top arm forward, bicep towards your ear. Option here for the right fingertips to come down inside that front foot. Wrap your left bum cheek underneath you and then press firmer through your left toes. And the knife edge of your left foot so that you feel more length through the left side of your waist. Take a deep inhale here. And a full exhale. Rise back up to warrior two. And then straighten your front leg and reach your right arm towards the ceiling. And as you do so, bend into your right arm. Take the left hand to your right elbow. Tricep stretch. Pull that tricep back as you lean your heart towards the back of your mat. Keep that front leg straight back to warrior two arms. Take a full inhale. And then reach that right arm forward, forward, and down. Triangle pose, Trikonasana, as you exhale. That bottom arm can come to rest on the shin or fingers to the earth, inside or outside your right leg. And then option here to reach your top arm forward. Again, lengthening from the top of your left hip to your left fingertips. Now spiral your heart towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale here. And then release your hands, re-bend into your front knee. Gently lift the back heel, look forward, runner's lunge, breath in. Step to the front of your mat, feet together, fold, breath out. Rise up to stand, hands overhead, gaze follows, breath in. Palms to prayer in front of your heart, breath out. Chair pose, Utkatasana, bend your knees, sweep your hands forward, slide your shoulder blades down your back. Find your low ribs, hug them in, and then press that tailbone, heavy it down towards the earth as you root and reach the crown of your head up. Take a deep inhale here. And then forward fold, fingers to the earth, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Fingers down, step your left foot to the back of the mat. High lunge, rise on up, hands reach overhead, back heel is high. Once again, we're going to bring the palms together, interlace the fingers behind the head, take the opposite pinky on top, and then bring the elbows towards each other and gently push your head into your hands. A little back bend here as you bend deeper into your front knee and heart presses towards the ceiling. Next inhale, reach the hands up and overhead. And then bring your fingers down to frame your front foot and straighten your right leg. Flip your toes up, so coming onto the heel of the foot, and then drive that heel down and back. With your toes lifting, sway your hips a little to the right, and then a little to the left. So we're just getting into different parts of the hamstring belly. And then to the right, and to the left. Come back through center, inhale. And then fold your heart over that right thigh as you exhale. Land your right toes, bend into your front knee, plant your palms, three-legged dog. Right leg kicks up and back. And then with your inhale, lift your left heel high and then soften it down as you exhale. Lift that left heel and heavy it towards the earth. Lift it up, full breath in. Heavy it and then bring your right toes beside the left, downward facing dog. Slide forward to that plank position as you inhale, and then come all the way down to your belly. Bend your elbows, hug them in towards your ribs. Forearms, Sphinx Pose. Plant the palms, Fan out your fingers. Elbows directly underneath you. Take a full breath in here. Tuck your toes, forearm plank, breath out. From here, Dolphin Pose, lift right away. Walk your feet nice and close towards you. Walk them a little closer if you can. Send your hips a little higher. Feel your shoulders stack over those elbows. Heels high, big breath in. Knees down, bum back. This time wrap your hands towards your feet and rest your forehead to the earth, child's pose. Take a soft breath in and a slow breath out. Downward facing dog. Collective exhale to empty here. Send that left heel sky high as you breathe in. And then pull your left knee in towards your chest. Slide your shoulders to stack over your wrists. Hold yourself. Gaze between your thumbs. Gently step your left foot forward. Warrior 2 feet. Spin your back heel. Cartwheel your arms up and rise. Left arm forward. Right arm reaches back. Once you feel settled, side angle, left forearm, left thigh. Right arm reaches overhead, bicep to ear. If you need a little more, the left fingertips can come down to the earth inside that front foot. Can you lengthen the underside waist, so that left portion from left hip to left shoulder? And then spiral your heart up towards the ceiling. Next breath in, rise back up, warrior 2. Settle as you breathe out. Straighten your front leg, reach your left arm up, bend into the elbow, and then right palm catches for that left arm and pulls to open the tricep as you lean towards the back of your mat. Keep that front leg straight. Release your arms back into warrior 2. Find a breath in. And then lean forward, left hand down towards your left leg, breath out. Left hand lands, same position as you did on the other side, and then reach your top arm forward and lengthen from the top of your right hip to your fingertips. Take a full breath in here. And then release, bend into your front knee, lift your back heel, find that runner's lunge like a cat. You're ready, strong legs, breath in. Step that back foot forward, front of the mat, feet together, fold, breath out. Rise up to stand, hands overhead, inhale. Hands to prayer at heart center as you exhale. Chair pose, breath in, bend your knees, sweep your hands forward. And then breath out, heavy your hips towards the earth. From here, you're gonna pull that right knee in towards your chest. Keep the left leg bent. Warrior 3, straighten your right leg back behind you. Square your hips. Squeeze your legs into the hip sockets. Soften through the standing leg. We're coming to a lunge. Land your right toes and sweep your hands overhead. Cactus the arms. Palms face forward. Back heel is high. Okay, we're gonna take a breath in here, and as you breathe out, I want you to bring your forearms towards each other, palms touch, and bend your back knee to hover. And then inhale, straighten your back leg, open your arms, lift your chest. And exhale, forearms together, bend that back knee. Breath in, straighten and open. Breath out, bend and bring those hands together. Inhale, open. And exhale, forearms together. Good, straighten your arms, open up, breath in. And then bring your back knee to hover, palms come together, stay here. Take a deep breath in. Right knee to the earth, breath comes out. Take your hands onto your front thigh. Shift your weight forward. And then bend into your back knee, and with your right hand, see if you can reach back and catch a hold of your ankle or foot. So a nice thigh stretch here. That left arm can reach up towards the ceiling. Take a full breath in here. And then gently release your back foot. Reach your hands down towards the earth. Three-legged dog, left heel to the sky, inhale. Stay here for the exhale. Now this time, you can either lift and lower your right heel as we did before, or you start to take little hops. So the right foot comes off of the ground slightly, and then you're reaching that left leg towards the ceiling. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Slide forward towards that plank position as you inhale. And then lower half or all the way, Chaturanga Dandasana. Let your heart lift up, open through the front of your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Sweep your right heel to the sky. And then step your right foot forward. Find a warrior one position. Bend into the front knee. Press your back heel down. And then rise up. Take your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. And then reach your knuckles down and lift your heart up. Straighten through that front leg. Take a deep breath in. And then fold over that front leg. Hands can stay on the low back or lift up towards the ceiling. Take a slow breath in here. Release your fingers down as you breathe out. Crawl your hands forward, L-shaped position. Let the back heel lift for a breath in. And then standing splits. Fold your heart over your right thigh and kick that left leg up towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale here. Slowly step your left foot down beside your right and fold at the top of your mat. Exhale. Rise up to stand. Reach your hands overhead. And hands to heart. Pause yourself here. I think I got a fur ball caught in my throat. Okay. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Bend your knees, Utkatasana chair pose. Sweep your hands forward. Hug the blades of your shoulders together. Find the belly strong, and then lift your left knee into your chest as you breathe in. And then gently kick it back for warrior 3. Heart leans forward, hips square, gaze to the earth. Softening through that standing leg, let the left toes land towards the back of your mat, coming towards a high crescent lunge. And then cactus your arms. Find a lift of your chest with your breath in. Bring your forearms, palms together, and bend your back knee to hover, breath out. Straighten the back leg, open the arms, open your heart. And exhale, bend forearms together. Straighten, open, breath in. Bend, close, breath out. Open, straighten, inhale. Bend, close, exhale. Open, inhale. Straighten and hold here with the back knee hovering. Forearms press to each other, palms press. Take a deep breath in, and then tap your left knee down. Bring your hands onto your front thigh, and then sweep your left hand back as you bend into your left knee and catch a hold of your foot, your ankle. Option for that right palm to reach up towards the ceiling. Next exhale, release your back foot, release your palms. 3-legged dog, send that right heel to the sky, breath in. And then this time you either lift and lower your heel or you take those little hops, finding some air time here. Kicking that right leg up and overhead for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Stay here or vinyasa. Flow through to plank, chaturanga, upward dog, down dog, we meet. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Left heel to the sky, breath in. Step that left foot forward, breath out. Warrior 1 feet, back heel seals, rise up. As you rise, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and then reach your knuckles down as you press your heart up. Straighten through that front leg, take a full breath in. With your hands interlaced, dive your chest forward and fold. Hands can lift up off the low back. Feel that opening for the front of your shoulders. Next exhale, release your hands to the earth. Soft bend in your front knee. Crawl your hands forward. L-shaped pose. Big breath in. Standing splits. Hinge at your hips. Belly towards your thigh. Right heel to the sky. Take a deep inhale. Step forward, front of the mat. Fold, exhale. Rise to stand. Hands up overhead. Full breath in. Take it right back down, forward, fold, breath out. Halfway lift, strong spine, inhale. Step back to downward facing dog as you exhale. Come to your knees from here, and then just come to sit back on your heels. So we're gonna work towards Pincha here for the next few minutes. So if you've got a block, what I want you to do with this block is place it between your thumbs and your pointer fingers. And we're gonna come into that dolphin position that we've been in a couple of times. And if you don't have a block, that's all good. You're just gonna do it exactly as you have been doing it. So from here, I'm gonna place my block down, my forearms down, my elbows directly underneath the shoulders, and then dolphin pose, tuck your toes and lift your hips. Now from here, you're gonna walk your feet in towards you. Now level 1, all I want you to do is lift one leg, hold for 3 breaths, place it down, and then lift the other. Okay, and if you want level 2, we're gonna start to take some hops. So that right leg is gonna lift, and just like we did before, bending into that bottom left leg, you're gonna slowly shift your gaze between your forearms, and then boop, lift off. And we'll do a couple of rounds here with the right leg, and then a couple with the left. And once you've done a couple and you need a break, child's pose. Option to take whatever variation, elbows bent, thumbs towards the back of your neck, or hands sweep towards your feet so the shoulders can roll forward. Let's get ready for the other side. So again, if you're using the block, thumbs and pointer fingers, your forearms are on the earth, elbows directly under the shoulders. Let's tuck the toes and lift those hips towards dolphin. As you walk your feet forward, shift your gaze between your forearms to the floor and the other leg. So whichever leg you didn't do on the other side is gonna lift. And then you're either gonna work to just breathe here and then switch, or those little hops start happening with that bottom leg. And when you are done, child's pose, or take a seat. And wherever you've chosen to land, close your eyes, steady breath. Child's pose, slowly bring yourself up towards the seat. And then gently blink your eyes open. We're gonna shift our hips off towards the left. Swinging your legs forward, we're gonna take a seated figure 4, working towards a stacked pigeon. So let's take that left leg to the right thigh. And hands can just be behind you. You decide how deep you want to go here. So the deeper and the more sensation would be walking that bottom heel closer towards your body. And now you can stay here, or we'll start to go a little deeper. So walking that right heel towards the left so that you can lay the shin down, right on the bottom, left on top, stacking-ish both legs. Now, if you're quite lifted between knees and feet, or knees in the earth, then place a blanket, a bolster, a prop underneath there. And then you can stay seated up nice and tall, or if you need a little more, you can walk yourself forward and fold. Next breath in, slowly start to walk your hands back up. Let's unravel the legs, and we'll just do the other side. So the right ankle across the left, hands come behind you as support. And just starting in that seated position first, pressing that right knee away from your face. Walking that bottom foot towards the right so that you can stack your shins, foot to knee, knee to foot. Again, placing any props that you need to underneath or between your legs. And then you choose to stay seated upright, or if you need a little more, you can walk your hands forward and fold. Slowly start to walk yourself back up once again. And then we'll just uncross the legs, straighten them here. Keep a soft bend in your knees and flex your feet. And then root your sit bones down, lengthen through your spine, take a deep breath in, and then fold over those straight legs. Paschimottanasana. The hamstrings have had quite a bit of work today, so they'll feel pretty open. And if they don't, just breathe a little deeper. And last breath here. Start to rise up, and with your feet staying down on the earth, just slowly roll down all the way onto your back. And then happy baby pose. Bring your knees in towards your chest, hands grab for the shins, ankles, or outside edges of your feet. Feel nice to rock towards one side and straighten through that leg, and then maybe the other direction as well. Bring your feet together now, and then let the edges come down towards the mat as the knees fall wide, butterfly pose. Bring your hands back onto your belly. Come back to the space, the present moment. Come back to your intention. Look back through your practice and just notice how many times you needed a little push to get through, to go deeper, to stay focused, and know that every effort, every bit of effort in this practice takes courage. You are courage, you are courageous. Start to straighten your legs out. Release your hands wide of your hips. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Land yourself into Shavasana. And then take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale. Like to stay on your back a little longer, if you've got that time and that space in your life, please do. Otherwise, moving slowly and softly, you're going to find your way to your seat. breath in through your nose. And a full breath out. Namaste.